What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and Questrade does not have a cash account. I get asked this question all the time of, Zach, how do I open a cash account on Questrade? And the truth of the matter is that they do not have a cash account, but you can get the exact same type of account and the same effect of a cash account, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that in this video. But first, if you're interested in Questrade and you want $50 in totally free commissions, there's a link in the description to this video, and if you open an account with that link, you will get $50 in trading commissions, so you can try out Questrade completely risk-free, make a couple of trades. If you don't like it, pull your money out. It won't cost you a single penny. Now, when you go to Questrade and you go to open up an account, you will see a couple of different options here for the types of accounts. You'll see margin, tax-free savings account, retirement savings plan, forex and CFDs, and then a couple options down here. You will not see a cash account, and that is because Questrade does not offer cash accounts. They only offer margin accounts. Now, the difference between cash accounts and margin accounts is that if you put $1,000 into a cash account, you only have access to $1,000. You can't borrow money, you can't do anything. It's $1,000 and that's it. If you open a margin account and you put $1,000 into that margin account, you can borrow money from Questrade to buy more and more securities depending on what you do with that initial $1,000. Now, let me walk you through this real quick because you can get the exact same results from a margin account that you have in a cash account. All you have to do is make sure that you are aware of how much liquid cash you have and only use your available balance. In other words, don't buy more stocks than the amount of cash that you have. It's very, very simple because in Questrade, it will only allow you to borrow money and use margin once you have used up all of your cash. So what I mean by that is if you deposit $1,000 into Questrade and you buy Apple stock, well, Apple stock only has a margin requirement of about 30%. That means that Questrade will lend you money and you can buy more stocks with that money. So to avoid that problem, just make sure that you know how much cash you have in your account, and that way you will never use the margin as long as you don't buy more stocks than the amount of cash that you actually have. Now, to monitor the cash in your account, I've taken some screenshots of my Questrade. Here is one of my accounts. You can see I've got $7,000 worth of stocks and securities, and I have $341 worth of cash right here. So that means that if I don't want to use my margin, I can only spend $340 between buying the securities and the commission for that trade. So keep that in mind. Now, if you're not using IQ Edge and you're using the web broker or the web platform, it'll probably look something like this. You can see your cash balance right here on the left hand side. Right now I have 5 cents in this account. There's pretty much nothing in it. But between IQ Edge and your web broker, you can always figure out how much liquid cash you have in your account, and as long as you don't go over that, you will not be using your margin, and therefore it'll pretty much be a cash account. So that is the quick and simple answer to how do you open a cash account on Questrade. Open a margin account. Don't buy more securities than the cash that you have in the account. Now, if you're interested in the tax-free savings account, this has some massive advantages, and I just want to go over it really quickly. When you open a TFSA account with Questrade, it basically links up to your TFSA, and you can then trade securities through Questrade. It's really great, especially if you want some more in-depth knowledge and some analysis and to perform some technical analysis on your charts. Questrade is fantastic, and using your TFSA allows you to invest and not pay any capital gains. As long as you're within the limits and you're within the boundaries of the TFSA, you can invest your money and you can keep it in there for as long as you want and never pay capital gains tax on it, which is absolutely amazing. In 2021, the increase on your tax-free savings account was $6,000, meaning if it was already maxed out, you could put another $6,000 in there this year, and if you pull out $100,000 in 10 years from now, you will pay absolutely zero tax on that, which is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend you maximize your TFSA if you live in Canada. Now, the other type of account that you can open in Questrade, as you saw, was a retirement savings plan. Now, a retirement savings plan is actually an umbrella that has different types of plans underneath it, including a tax-free savings account, but also a registered retirement savings plan and a registered pension plan. Now, the RRSP is really important, especially if you're a younger person. I encourage you to contribute to your registered retirement savings plan because if you have not bought your first home yet, you can withdraw money from your RRSP to buy your first home. And the advantage there is that you contribute to your RRSP before payroll tax. And so if you work a salary job or a regular job, you can put money into your RRSP without paying tax on it, and then you can withdraw that money and you can put it towards a down payment on your home. Therefore, you just saved up to $35,000 completely tax-free. So I highly recommend using your RRSP as well if you live in Canada. And then lastly, I'll just walk you through my different accounts and what I use them for. So I have two different margin accounts, mostly used for day trading and swing trading. This is what I have my small account challenge in right now. I also have a tax-free savings account that I use for long-term growth. So this is kind of my long-term portfolio that I buy and hold. I buy great companies that I think are going to be more valuable in 10 or 20 years, because that way I don't have to pay any capital gains tax when I decide to pull that money out. And then I also have an RRSP account that I put dividend stocks into, and I basically keep that money in there until I'm ready to use it for real estate. So I basically make regular contributions to my RRSP so that when I'm ready to buy a house or buy a property, I can pull out $35,000 worth of that completely tax-free, and I can use it to buy a property. Now, there are some stipulations around pretty much everything I'm talking about, so definitely do a little bit more due diligence. But if you're interested in getting a little bit better handle on this information and understanding where to actually put your money, then you should definitely consider signing up for my stock market fundamentals course. It is completely free and it's hosted on Skillshare. That you get a 2-week free trial when you use the link in the description. After that, it's about $20 per month, but there's over 9 hours of content in there that will walk you through step by step everything you need to know. So if you can do the 9-hour course in under 2 weeks, cancel the subscription and it'll be completely free. There's over 5,000 students that have gone through the course. There's over 260 reviews, and I promise you it'll be the best free resource that you can find online. Over 83% of people that have taken the course say it exceeded their expectations, and there's a link in the description to this video for you to check out. Now, the summary to this video, number one, is that cash accounts don't exist on Questrade. Use a margin account and stay within your budget. Don't buy more securities than the cash that you have. That'll give you the same effect of having a cash account. Secondly, is use the right account and pay the right taxes. In Canada, we have a lot of ways and a lot of advantages to get tax benefits through our TFSA and our RRSP. Make sure you take advantage of that. Make sure you're well aware of that, and then pay the right taxes, pay the appropriate taxes when you make some big gains or in the other accounts that you use, because that's just fair. Lastly, start with a practice account. I go really quick here. I talk about options. I talk about stocks. If you're new to the market, I highly recommend using a practice account, starting with a practice account, and Questrade has a fantastic one. I will also link that in the description to this video. And then again, get familiar with the advantages of the TFSA and the RRSP, because they can save you a whole lot of money. They can save you like $10,000 on the down payment for your house, and they can save you unlimited amounts of money if you hit it big in some of the stocks in your TFSA. So I highly recommend you become very familiar with both of those accounts, because I personally try to max out both of them as much as possible. Now, if you get any value from this video, remember to click that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.